Let me see if I can hear myself. I can hear myself before I give my opinion on this. On this radio. I can hear myself. Yeah, I'm very clear. So here today I'm going to have an opinion. It's just my opinion. It's what I've noticed, that radio in Kenya is going to die. We are losing radio because of a bunch of reasons that I'm going to list here. So I don't know what you people think about radio in Kenya, but I'll tell you, radio is going to die in Kenya. It's just on its deathbed. So we are going to lose radio because of the following reasons, and I'll put them down, so I'm going to read them. It's my opinion, and you guys can have your own, and you can put them on comments. If you ever listen to radio, if you've watched radio in the past 20 years, like I've been, or even 25 years of my adult life, I will tell you that Kenya, we are losing radio. We are not going to have radio. We are not going to have radio. We are going to lose radio. It's just a bunch of jokers that are actually running our radio stations, and we are actually good to see you, Grace. So tell me post one of your favorite radio presenters and why you think they are the best. So we are losing radio because of immaturity, because of greed. So the taste of radio in Kenya, we are actually losing it, and I'm hoping my reasons resonate well with your own. So I will start naming them. I don't know why I'm losing network sometimes, but I think it's back. I felt like I lost my network. So here is my reasons. Number one, I'm going to give you the current radio personalities, and I will reflect back to the late 90s and the early 2000s, and you guys can compare if you are old enough to remember who these radio personalities were. So radio in Kenya is in trouble. We are soon going to have no radio in Kenya. The tradition of radio, how radio used to be, is dying. I mean, that sweet, that feeling of turning on the radio is dying in Kenya. And I'm going to give you the reasons. Number one, we have this so-called lotto, this gambling, buy a ticket or go to M-Pesa and pay so that you can win 100,000, so you can win 1 million. So it's like taking 3/4 of the shows. So very good radio presenters have been turned into hecklers. They are making noise, saying, "Oh, buy this ticket, or buy this, buy into this gambling lotto, this Radio Citizen lotto. Go buy into this program." Yes, Catherine Duto, good to see you. You're saying Karen Mtoko team at Kiss FM brought the ship, but she has a great media. Yes, she is, and I've named her as one of the best former radio presenters. Okay, so if you have been listening to Kenyan radio, about 3/4 of their time is about buying this lotto, going to M-Pesa and paying for this lotto so that you can win money. So very good radio personalities. And let me tell you, I'm a very big fan of radio, KBC radio. I love KBC radio. I still do. So my favorite was Boni Msambi. Boni Msambi, kijana mtol. He is very entertaining in the morning, and I listen to him, like religiously listen to him. but he left and started his own radio. But that is one of the best radio personalities, somebody that you want to listen to. But when I was listening to him now, the radio management has forced him to actually advertise for this gambling business. You know, he's being forced to advertise for this lotto, that, hey, put this money down and win. Put money down and win. Like, hey, buy this lotto for 100 shillings and win 1 million, or win 100,000, win 50,000. And this is now spread across all radio stations, vernacular, you know, Swahili radio stations. Every radio station is now about, it's about betting and gambling. So they are spending like most of their time on that business. So we can't get radio, we can't get the normal radio entertainment that flows without all these adverts. You know, there used to be the normal radio advert, labda ile ya kutangaza dawano kama zamani, or advertising something, you know, something else. That used to be normal, you know, where radio advertises, you know, different types of services or products. That is okay. But now this one where you are told, buy this for 100 shillings, buy this for, you know, 200, and you are going to win 1 million. It's a lot of emphasis on that, and they are putting a lot of emphasis on that. So which means they are spending about, all their creativity is put aside so that it's about gambling. Okay. Number 2, most of these guys that are being employed on radio, they are just slay kings, or it's about their looks, about how they look. And I posted a few days ago, Alex, I'm not saying no one will kill radio. They are killing radio because of how they are doing things. And I told you, this lotto adverts, this gambling, this betting, that the radio stations are saying now, you buy a ticket and you win with Citizen TV, Citizen Radio or Radio Maisha. It's taking a lot of time. We can't get creativity out of the broadcasters. We can't get creativity out of the presenters. The way we used to enjoy shows without interference, we are not getting that anymore. If you listen to radio now, about 3/4 of the time, they are actually emphasizing on you buying into those lottos. And listen to the radio stations. Just tune in when you're free, and you'll see that it's now boring. You can't get that. The second other attitude is the one where this morning crew are waking up about their shows. You know, it's now female and male that are waking up in the morning and taking pictures saying we are going to present this show. It's about their look. It's about what clothes they are wearing in the morning, and they're taking pictures. Now, this habit was started with Jalango when he had to pose holding Kameno Goro in the morning. And you know, the problem with Jalango is that Jalango does not function. His brain shuts anytime he sits close to a good-looking woman. So he can't reason very well. So now it's gone to Alex Mwakideu with Will Broder. That's what they are doing now. It's not even about the show anymore. It's about their looks in the morning. They have to start with a morning picture. But I want to take you to the days when we had people like Munene Nyaga. You know, he used to have a very good evening show. Like if you are coming from work and you tune to Munene Nyaga's radio, it used to be Nation Radio. That was one of the best radio programs you listen if you are driving from work to the house. So Munene Nyaga. Then there was another personality, Mudhoni Bwika. Thanks, my former classmate Nyams Maina. You remember Mudhoni Bwika? You can just remember a radio queen. You all know Tony Msalame of Metro FM, of that popular show of Sheki Legi. That used to be a weekend show. That is actually the most highly rated radio show in Kenya. If it was to be rated in 2022, that would have been the best radio program in Kenya. So Tony Msalame, may he rest in eternal peace. His name used to be Tony Msalame Mwashumbe. He died in his own FM studio, Sheki FM. He collapsed and died about, I don't know, 2014, I think. But that was the best radio show that you will listen, because Tony Musalami was an entertainer. Then we had Caroline Mutoko, you know. Of course, Caroline set the standard so high with professionalism, with seriousness to the work, that we are yet to match. Of course, I know Kate is doing a good job. Kate Sitede of Kiss FM, she's doing a good job, but people are yet to match Caroline Mutoko's standards. Now, let me take you back to the professionalism that they exhibited by Caroline Mutoko. Forget this Jalango and Kameno Goro taking pictures and holding one another, you know, cuddling and, you know, going to perform in restaurants. I don't know what they perform. I know how a radio personality goes to perform in a restaurant. You will never see Caroline Mutoko cuddling with the baby James, baby J Nyams, you know, is Nyambane. They never, their business in radio those days was about entertainment. You not see them holding into each other, wakishikashikana matiti huko waki. You never see Caroline Mutoko akishikana na Nyambane. They never played games. One time I remember, and then Nyambane is my good friend, and so many people remember. One time Nyambane alijaribu kushika Caroline Mutoko. It ended in premium tears for Nyambane. Caroline alimsomea akamwambia, here we are working, we are not playing games. But go and look at what Jalango introduced. Lazima washikane na Kameno Goro asubuhi, washikane kabisa, washikane mikono. And you people know, ukishika mwanaume mikono, mshikashike vizuri, it leads to other businesses. But he's not there. Now the new boy, Obina, is there, but it's not as romantic. Not romantic really, but it's not as hot as it used to be. The connection is not as good as it used to be when Jalango was there. So if you listen to their show, it's just rubbish. It's just gossip. They don't have any content. They don't have any information. It's not informative anymore. It's just shallow. It's nothing. So that standard set by Caroline Mutoko has not been matched yet. We'll take you back even to the days of Billy Omala, you know, the guy used to bring masomo kwa wanafunzi on Sunday. Very good show that was very educative. You know, people like Jaco Yo Sylvester, people like Ali Salimanga, you know, these people. Ali Salimanga is still very entertaining. If you listen to him, he's very entertaining. Very, very entertaining. You know, these are personalities that I still feel should have been the people this young generation should be learning from, the likes of, you know, the current generation. So, Munene Nyaga, that's one of the best. Mudoni Buika is just excellent. Of course, the late Tony Salame, you know, of course Caroline Mutoko and the standard that she said on radio in the morning. That has not been matched. What we have now is morning radio show. Yeah, John Obongo Jr., thank you. Those are the people. Actually, you guys can name the former radio personalities that entertained you, that made you stuck to radio, that got you hooked to radio, like I used to be hooked to radio, listening to Tony Msalame show on Saturday morning. My friend, that show used to be so nice that you want to listen. Then I will bring you somebody like a friend of Bachma Choka, you know. This is a personality that brought entertainment. Yani unasikiza mtu kama friend of Bachma Choka. It's entertainment. There's no other bullshit. Yeah, Werimo, I agree with you. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of crap. I agree with you. Lazima Kameno Goro washikane na Jalango, wapige picha wakishikashikana, wakienda nje, they are dancing and holding into each other. They have lost professionalism, which Caroline Mutoko had said. That is a standard that can never be equal. Thank you, my friend Kenneth Kemboi Koech, my brother from my other mother. Ken Walibora, Hassan Mwana Wali on Saturday, Bahari ya Lugha. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the days that on Saturday morning, I think Saturday or Sunday, you are hooked to radio. You just can't, Yes, Amuga Kabisai. Amuga Kabisai, of course. Benjamin, so good. Good to see you, brother. Good morning, good evening, down there in Perth, Australia. Wale ndio walikuwa watu wa ku-entertain watu. So if you listen to the late Ken Walibora, come on, guys. We have to get better people. Leonard Bamo Botel, of course, was one of the best Werimu. So if you listen to Mwana Wali and Ken Walibora, those were days when we had educative programs. Of course, before them, we had Billy Omala and Jaco Yo Sylvester. We had Ali Salimanga. These guys used to go to school the whole country with the, the radio education program, which they ask questions. This gave people, Uje Uningwan, of course. That's a, what can I call it? That is a program that you get hooked to. You can't get nobody can touch that radio button. You can't touch it when you're listening. In fact, it was illegal kwa mzazi akisikia radio wende atubadilishe channel. Hiyo ilikuwa ni kama unataka viboko sana. Unataka kuchapwa if you just touch the radio. Jaco Yo, of course, Kennedy. Jaco Yo, Sylvester. Just name these guys. Remind me because I don't know all of them, but I remember. Yeah, that was Ali Salimanga and Jaco Yo Sylvester. They were very, very good. Wale ndio walikuwa wanatangaza habari. So those are the days that radio was something that you just don't want to miss. Now, we are now left with Lotto. We are now left with Radio Maisha Lotto, Citizen, I don't know, weka 200 kwa Citizen, nunua Lotto ya 100, nunua hii, weka 100 upate 50,000, jana fulani alishinda. And let me take you to the crap that we have to deal with. And I call it crap because these personalities have reduced radio into a gossip stations. Of course, number one is Kameno Goro. And Kameno Goro na vijana wake wa pale radio Kiss FM. It's not professional. At every morning, mumeshikana na mwanaume wa wenyewe, mumeshikana, munapiga mapicha, munaturushia hapa kwa mitandao. It's not professional. And I give you an example. Before her, we had Caroline Mtoko. Caroline Mtoko, there's no single day he ever even got close ati matiti yake iguzane na Nyambane. Nyambane ni fisi sana. But Nyambane tried that one time. Aliwahi jaribu kushika Caroline Mtoko. Alimsomea hadharani kwa redio, alimwambia, we are here for business. We are not here to play games. Of course, Caroline Mtoko, she knows her value. She knows what she brings to radio. So that business could not have happened. But now, ukiangalia Kameno Goro na kina Jalango, ile ujinga wanatuletea kwa radio asubuhi, ati lazima washikane. Sasa kushikana inakuwa ndio kitu ya maana kuliko hata content. There is no content. The only content they have is gossip. They will gossip about Mulamwa, some actor from Kitale, the whole day. Kennedy, what are you saying? There was no TV interview that Louis Otieno was not one asking questions. What befell him? No, Louis Otieno, there was problems. I think mental issues and things that happened after the death of that girlfriend or something like that. He got into mental issues, If somebody's dead and then people think they can blame you or something. I'm not sure what happened, but that was the end of him. He's got to deal with mental issues. Alex Chamwada, of course, Kennedy, Alex Chamwada. And I told you, we have Kamau Munywa. Guys, you are forgetting. Kamau Munywa is one of the guys that should actually have a show that should be on this podcast. We have Kamau Munywa, we have Mzazi William Tuva. He has a very powerful show that you can listen. So all is not lost, guys. All is not lost. We still have very good personalities that are doing a good job. Only that they are being pushed to lose their creativity because of this gambling, this lotto, this buying this gambling tickets. They are losing that because they are being pushed by the radio stations, by the radio management. But we still have very good personalities, and thank you for naming that. Alex Chamwada, of course, and Boni Msambi, of course, Kijana Mtol, Boni Msambi, Kamau Munywa with his evening show, man, that is so addictive. I wish Vincent Atea, that's a legend, of course. Legend. That's a legend. I wish William Tuva. I wish Vincent Atea. I wish Fred Obachi Machoka. And I wish Bonnie Msambi. And I wish Kamau Munywa can have their shows on podcast so that we can watch and listen. We can listen to their radio programs over and over, even when we are off. You know, Ayoka, yeah, Larry Wambua, of course. We have Eric Lati. That's another big radio personality. John Karanja, yes. Yeah, a good personality. So, somebody like Eric Lati, that's powerful, you know, professional. He goes there and he does what people do best on radio. Just entertain you. That's it. Of course, we have Giddy and Ghost. They're also doing a good job. Yeah, talkative and they are whatever they are, but still Giddy and Ghost Mule, they are doing a good job. So we still have very good personalities. We have Masawi Japani. Masawi is doing a very good job. Our show is actually one of the best. If you're a lady, young girl that is learning, listen to Masawi Japan. She's very informative. She's very educative. If you listen to her radio programs, she always has content. She invites guests, and then they bring live events, and then they share. So they have content, of course. Eric Latif, that's just a nice one. And let me name one that has been there since Caroline Mtoko's time. Of course, hao ndio walikuwa wa kwanza to the new generation of radio. Maina Kageni has been a very good personality. Shida tu ni moja, kuna ukora kwa ile show yake. Kuna ukora sana kwa ile show yake. There are always people that come there giving us testimonies, za uongo, where people are giving us stories that don't make sense, stories that don't add up. So Maina Kageni is good, but hizo show zake kuna ukora ndani yake. Those testimonies that people bring on that show are not true. Most of them are coached. Most of them are faked for views, for people to listen. They just there for people to listen for views. Most of them are just coached. So Maina is good, but hizo kelele na ukora hizo wale watu wanaleta hapo ni vipindi tu wanatufanyia. Then I'll go to Alex Mwakideu and Will Broder. Bad Musin, of course, that's a legend. So Alex Mwakideu, of course, being a student of Jalango, has gone back to where Jalango used to be. Pia ameanza ujinga. Every morning, lazima ashike Will Broder. Ashike kabisa, washikane kabisa, wapige picha. They are losing professionalism. You know, once you start these small side shows, you lose professionalism. Watu kama sisi tutawaingilia tu. So Alex Mwakideu is very good, is very talented, but wakianza hii ujinga lazima kila asubuhi wapige picha wakiwa wameshikana, inao itaharibu kazi. Wataanza kama ile ya kina Jalango na Kamene. It's lack of professionalism. And I gave you an example. One time I remember very well. Nyambane, you know, Nyambane, Baby J Nyams alikuwa ni fisi. Unajua jamaa ameoa bibi mbili. Ni fisi. He's my friend. Hope he's not listening, but you know, asijamtusi. Alijaribu kushika Caroline Mtoko. I'm telling you, Caroline Mtoko went nuts. Akamsomea akamwambia, you cannot come here ukuje kunishika kwa radio. You can't get so close. So that put a stop. Nobody ever tried that bullshit again. So I still give Caroline Mtoko number one on professionalism. So we still have good people in Kiss FM. Of course, Kate Sitede. Kate has a very good show, very entertaining. Hata sauti yake ukisikia, you feel like she's serious, you know. Mohamed Juma Njuguna may continue to rest in peace. Of course, Mohamed Juma Njuguna and most of these guys are with Citizen. Very, very interesting that these guys are always with Citizen. Billy Omala and Kenny Walibora, of course, Gladys, what's her name? Alikufa Juzi, she's from Vega. These are people that took radio to a level where if you tune to a program, you don't want somebody to touch that button. You know, nobody wants to change the station because I never want anybody to touch Gladys Erude. Yeah. Lame kumepata jibu ni Gladys Erude. Those were people that knew what radio business was. And of course, a bunch of them are arrested, like Catherine Kasavuli, of course, serious professionalism. Catherine Kasavuli and Njoroge, what is the other name? Njoroge somebody. These are people that brought, radio and TV to a level that we are yet to see. Ile ujinga sahi tunaona, Lilian Muli, of course, she's still great. Ile ujinga unaona sahi, where you see, what is the name of this guy, Jeff Koinange unaona Jeff Koinange anaenda radio anaanza kuleta mchezo. You remember when he was talking about threesome, he mentioned something about threesome until what is the name of this lady? I don't know, my memory is not what is the name of this nice lady that went to BBC and came back? Werumburu, of course. What is the name of this lady? Please remind me of this lady that went to BBC. The father is from Malawi, I think. Why is this name disappearing? Come on, guys. Anaitwa nani msichana? Her name is come on, guys. It used to be a regular news anchor. No, it's not Esther Gidui. She's the father is from Zimbabwe. I don't know why. I don't know why the name keeps disappearing. So, it's just that some of them don't have professionalism, Jalango time is where the rain started beating us. Of course, Jalango is a very good, is a good comedian, but to go to radio and try to start some kind of romance and closeness. Victoria Rubadiri. Okay, now these guys are on radio. Victoria Rubadiri and Jeff Koinange are anchoring news. And then Jeff Koinange brings a stupid joke of threesome. Victoria Rubadiri was shocked to hear such words from a professional, a very old professional in TV who has even worked with CNN, to utter such kind of words on radio, on live TV, something about threesome. It was so low that Victoria was shocked. Victoria is still a queen. She's still very professional. Still, we still have very good people. So that is where we are in Kenya, where such things will never have happened when we had people like Catherine Kasavuli and Njoroge. These are people who just presented news professionally. So we have to look at these people and tell them that, hey, you guys are bringing us down. You are losing professionalism. You cannot see this kind of mediocre in our neighboring countries. You can't see that. You cannot see that in our neighboring countries. It's just in Kenya where we are losing radio very quickly because of this. Weka mia upate 50, weka mia upate sijui ngapi. And now these radio personalities are forced to do this every 10 minutes. You can imagine every 10 minutes. It means the whole radio show is about betting. It's about this lotto, so that you can win this amount of money. So that is also eating into radio entertainment. And we are losing that very fast. I hope somebody is listening. Let me say my favorite will always be Mashirima Kapombe. Mashirima is still very good. She is still very good. Oh, she has very nice boobs. Okay. Yako Lamek, that is not the views of me, but your views. She is still good, of course. Very professional. So, those Ngugi, Isabella Magodi, Njoroge Maura, of course, and Ngugi. Ngugi had no other business. It's just to entertain you on TV. No other business, no other side shows. So now, the people we have, and of course, due respect to somebody like Alex Mwakideu, he has been very good. But sasa, imekuwa ni lazima waende wapige picha na Will Brother huko wakitembea. Let me tell you, these are human beings. Huwezi kuniambia ati Jalango wameenda na Kamene, ati wameenda Mombasa wamepanda gari moja, Mercedes ya Jalango, ati they are riding to Mombasa and they can't stop somewhere for a cup of beer. They will stop for a beer. watakunywa kawaina hapo. They will stop for a cup of tea somewhere. Mombasa, from Nairobi to Mombasa is very long, a long distance. It's a very, very, very long drive. They will sleep somewhere. Yeah? They will sleep somewhere on the way wakienda Mombasa to perform in those events. So, what do you expect? It's lack of professionalism that you never have seen in the times of Caroline Mtoko. There's no way you'll see Caroline Mtoko and Baby J Nyams, Nyambane. Huwezi kuwaona nje ya kazi. They don't have any business outside radio. They have nothing like holding one another's hands so that they can take pictures. These were professionals that maintained standards that we are yet to see. We are now in the eras of the Kameno Goros, the Alex Makideo, the Jarangos. They have reduced radio into gossip. Things have changed. Things have changed, I agree, but you don't lose professionalism. You don't go to a level where this guy, Jeff Koinange, went to when they were announcing news with Victoria Rubadiri, where he goes to talk about, talk about threesome on national TV while everybody's watching. Can you imagine? If that's where we are, then somebody should have talked about threesome in the 90s, because people didn't understand what it was those days. I mean, people didn't really pay attention. You don't bring such stupid jokes to radio and TV, on live TV especially. You don't do that kind of stuff that you're seeing. You have to be funny to a level. You have to be funny it has to be controlled. You just can't be funny. You just can't be funny. Look at where it got with people like Andrew Kibe, on live TV, and see what they're saying on live radio. It's just very low. And these are things that people should do on social media, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. But on radio, people have to show professionalism. And that's where we are saying that radio in Kenya, if we don't watch, if we allow slay kings and slay queens to take over, if we allow too much gambling and people buying tickets, of course, lack professionalism. Lydia Ndori, that's why he got fired, because he lacked professionalism, and he had to get fired because he lost professionalism. I'm telling you, professionalism sets standards that allow people to aspire to be. But if you have to aspire to take pictures pale kwa radio mweke kwa mitandao yenu, it becomes talk of town. It becomes what people Jeff asked Bella Atwoli 10 times how good he was in bed. That way unaweza kazi kabisa. When he married Mary Atwoli, about 5 times. Thank you, Kenneth Kembwe. You kept touch of that. I was about to mention that. I was about to talk about that. So Jeff Koinange is a highly rated media personality, and he goes to ask Mzee Papa Atwoli how good he was in bed to be able to manage so many wives, or to manage a young wife like Mary Atwoli, Mary Kilobi. That's the kind of people we have on radio, and they don't get fired. Can you imagine if this was in a Western world and this guy brought such stuff on live TV? If Jeff Koinange had asked somebody how good in bed he was in London, in Paris, in New York, in Dallas, or in Perth, Australia, or in Melbourne, Australia, he will have been fired. But in Kenya, mediocre continues. They continue to work. They continue misleading people. So these are kind of people that we are talking about, that our media personalities need to continue to grow. They need to show professionalism, because that's where we get all the information we need. That's where we get informed. And you guys, you are rightly so when you mentioned Ken Walibora and Hassan Mwanawali with their Bahari Kiswahili show in the morning. Guys, just think about it. If you are old enough like me and Kemboi Koech, just go back to those years. It's just that this guy did not have podcast. We need these shows in a podcast so that we can listen. When I'm driving my car in town, I need to turn to iTunes. I need to turn to this podcast shows. I can listen, because like now I go to iTunes and I can listen to a show. Like there's a very good show I'll listen to where Nzanga Mobutu is being interviewed by some local Congolese radio host. It's in the podcast. Those kind of shows should be put in podcast. I don't know if they do have those in record, but I wish they can upload them so that people can listen. If you are old enough, like me and Lydia Ndori, you can recall how Ken Walibora was. Very professional. May he rest in peace. He died mysteriously. He got killed. I don't know how he died, but whatever it was. But that's somebody that we should not have lost. So those are the people that you need to reflect and see how professional and see how quality our TVs, our radios. When you people remember people like Anne Ngugi, Njoroge Mwaura, Catherine Kasavuli, just picture that and remember where the rains started beating us. People that brought, professionalism to radio and TV. People that, when you remember how they presented news, you will see professionalism. Njoroge Mwaura and Catherine Kasavuli, that was one of the best combination. All they had was news. Present news professionally and seriously, inform Kenyans. That is all they did. But now you have Jeff Koinange, and he's still highly rated. I don't know. I don't even understand. He's still highly rated. After he went on radio, on live TV, and he talks about threesome on live TV. Victoria Lubadiri, that thing is still there on YouTube, guys. You can go search it. He talks about a threesome on live TV. Victoria Lubadiri could not believe that such words had come from Jeff Koinange, a co-host. I feel she's even uncomfortable working with such a person on TV. So those are the kind of people we have on our main media houses. And then he goes again to ask Papa Tuli, how many times? Not 2, not 3, about 5 times, until we started complaining. You cannot ask Papa Tuli if he's good in bed just because he married a young lady in the name of Mary Clobby. And you do that on live TV. If it was just a joke, and, like one time and people forget about it, that's okay. But you can't continue, you can't continue doing that. I don't know, somebody was trying to say hello. Somebody was trying to come and say a word. Good to see you, my sister, PSG. PSG, I will be coming to London to say hi again. It's been a long 2 years that I thought I would come back, but I never came. So, I don't know how, Patricia, I don't know if you've seen that we are losing professionalism in media, especially in Africa, especially in Kenya. I want to talk about Kenya. I don't know about Zimbabwe, where the current media personalities is just a bunch of jokers, people that don't bring professionalism to our TVs, to our radios. And I'm just trying to tell our people that we have had very good professional radio presenters, TV presenters, people that showed professionalism, people that raised the standard to a level where you feel like you really want to listen to news. And I gave an example. Even Joyce Wageturo and Eva Mwalili they are. That is a very good one. Yes, Joyce Wageturo, Fredo Bachimachoka, Mzazi Mtuva, and Caroline Mutoko. I've already mentioned Caroline Mutoko. These are people that had nothing other than entertain you on TV, entertain you on radio. I don't even know why Caroline Mutoko left so early. She needs to come back to radio, either on our personal radio or something. I don't know why she quit so early. She's still young. To show people this is the way to do it. Because what we have now is a bunch of crap, a bunch of jokers, a bunch of slay queens and slay kings that are just playing games on live TV, on live radio. People that have made people like me hate radio. Because I don't want to be listening to jokers, people who are not serious. So we have a bunch of people that should not be on radio. And I still want to repeat, if you're old enough, you're saying we are indeed, we are seeing these days more personal lives than current affairs. Thank you. Thank you. That is what I was about to talk about. People are showing personal lives more than them giving us radio, you know. So, that's why I gave you example of Jalango and Kameno Goro. That's why I gave you an example of Alex Mwakideu and now with Will Broder. All they do in the morning is take selfies holding one another, cuddling one another literally. That's all they do. That eats into their professionalism. If you have to wake up every morning, pick your good phone and take a selfie holding your other co-host in the morning, that eats into your professionalism. If you keep touching one another, mshikashikane sana, you are just holding into one another. A man and a woman holding hands the whole time on radio because we can't see you. And then you guys are claiming to perform on weekends. I don't understand. Can you guys help me understand, what do they perform in bars and restaurants? What are they performing? What are they doing? I've never understood. You'll see, oh, Kameno Goro, I'll be performing. I'll see posters, very big posters. I'll be performing in, I don't know what club, in what restaurant. I don't know what they perform. John Karani was a very good KBC English service in the afternoon. That was a huge radio show. And I still want to repeat, we still have very good people. Munene Nyaga was a huge radio personality, Nation FM. Mudoni Buika was just huge. Mudoni Buika still remains one of the best. Tony Msalame of Metro FM, Tony Msalame Mwashumbe of Shekilegi Show. Guys, you just have to give it to him. That show on Saturday morning was so powerful that it just shook the whole country. It shook even parts of Tanzania. Northern Tanzania, you know, Arusha, Mwanza, Musoma, those areas, you know, Moshi. People used to listen to Tony Msalame show beyond Kenya because the show was big. And you, if you are old enough, just reflect, just get back to the days of Caroline Mtoko. Or now even Nyambane tried. Nyambane unajua ni Kanyangao. He tried to hold Caroline Mtoko too close, and he was given a warning that he'll never repeat. He never repeated, and he never did it. Go to Billy Omala on Sundays, educating students, asking questions in those shows. He visited schools. Even he went to my local, close to my home. He went to Sensi Secondary School in Kitoto Church. And his show was so big. And, you know, it was very educative. Jaco Yosef, Ali, Salimanga, these guys, I'm telling you, are set standards so high that we are yet to see. And of course, I want to repeat again, we are not lost. We have not lost all of them. We still have good people. And I mentioned my favorite, Bon Msambi, is still good. Bon Msambi of KBC. I hear he moved to his own radio. Fredo Bachimachoka, you know, with Roga Roga. Who doesn't love Roga Roga? Everybody knows that Roga Roga is a big show. You know, William Tuva, Mzazi William Tuva of this radio program from Citizen on evenings. Mzazi Mtuva's show should be on podcast so that we can listen while we are driving to work, while we are just driving around. That's a big show that should be put on iTunes and all these podcasts. Giddy and Ghost, of course, is still a good show. Maina and Mwalimu Kingangi is a good show, but Maina Kageni kuna ukora. He coaches people to come and give revelations and stories that don't add up. So I still don't like that, because let radio be radio. Stop paying people to come and give us stories that are fake. But Maina is a good radio personality. I'll say that. It's good. It's good. Only that because he wants more views, he wants more likes, he wants more people to listen to him. So he goes and have people, he coach them and tells them to call on his morning radio so that they can now come and tell us some stories that don't add up. Or now somebody went and met Satan. You know, who has met Satan? Where? So, like somebody has gone to Jehannam and come back. I don't know. So, Alex Wakideo is still good, lakini ameingia kwa ile camp ya Kameno Goro na Jalango. So, his show is not as good as it used to be. You know, the moment you lose professionalism, then you start. How does Alex Mwakideu and Will Broder get into a personal car and drive to Kitale or drive to, I don't know, Bungoma? Come on, man. Come on. That's lack of professionalism. Mwezi kwa gari moja and it's a female and male. Wherever you sleep, I don't know what you do. But still, I love Kiss FM's Kate Sidede. You listen to Kate. Our show comes around noon. Our show is very entertaining. So we still have very good people, guys. And I do not want to repeat myself. I want to still say that we are losing radio in Kenya if we are not careful because of side shows, because of lack of professionalism, because of stuff like what you guys reminded me of. Somebody like ni Kenya ya umalaya kiwewe Jack Mogoa. Yes, Jacob Mogoa was good. Lydia Ndori, thank you for putting it in plain black and white. You can't have, and I keep asking, I just don't like the lack of professionalism in these guys. Kwa nini? Why does Kameno, Goro and Jalango have to take pictures every day before they bring a show holding each other? Why do they have to drive together to Mombasa? Why do they have to be working and performing outside radio? Why do they have to be together? This somebody's married, somebody's husband is just with you the whole weekend, performing in, I don't know, restaurants. Performing for what? Performing what? Lack of professionalism. How does Jeff Koinange still hold the job when he goes to ask him, say, Papa Tuoli, how good in bed he is after marrying Mary Klobi? How do you ask such a question? 5 times, I remember, 5 times, until it was so embarrassing, you know, that Atuoli has very big kids, you know. How do you do that? And then Jeff goes again to ask Victoria Rubadiri, actually goes, it was about those twins that I don't know who got married, I don't know what, and then he talks that that's going to be a very good threesome. I mean, how do you say such stuff on TV? So people like that, they make us lose professionalism. So radio and TV, of course, TV is not badly as radio, but we have a problem in radio because of, number one, of this lotto gambling. This lotto betting, buy 100 shillings for KBC, I don't know what, Citizen what, you buy and then get 1 million or get 50,000. Hey, nikauka. It's been long, niongea ni place karinguru kidogo nipate cover. So radio, we are going to lose radio. I'm telling you, I listen to Kenyan radio. There's more adverts on Lotto. There's more adverts on betting. Not betting company advertising on KBC or Radio Maisha or, whatever station we have. It's the radio stations that have developed their own betting mechanisms where you have to buy tickets so that you can win 50,000 or 100,000 or 1 million. And the problem I have with that is that radio personalities like Bonnie Msambi, kijana mtol Bonnie Msambi, such entertaining young man, are losing their creativity because about 70% of the time they have to push this out there so that people can buy these tickets. They have to push it, keep repeating it. Buy this, somebody has won, buy this. Somebody from Kitale has won 100,000. So they have to keep pushing for these lottos so that people can buy. So that eats into people's professionalism. That eats into people's creativity. That eats into people's ability to entertain the listeners. So I listened to radio while I was home because I didn't follow KBC. I listen to KBC Swahili all the time, mostly. Or if I'm not listening to radio in the morning, because I can't listen to Kiss FM, of course, you jinga kina Kameno na Jalango, I don't listen to that. I listen to KBC in the morning. Then afternoon I go to Kiss FM and listen to Kate Sidede. In the afternoon, I will listen to William Zazi Mtuva. In the evening, I'll go back and listen to Kamau Munywa. You know, very good shows. We still have very good shows that are entertaining us. But now, I refuse to listen to programs where you have the personalities forced to keep singing, Nunua Lotto, buy a Lotto, oh, buy this gambling ticket, by the radio stations themselves. So you are pushed, you are harassed to listen to this Lotto adverts by the radio stations. We lose professionalism. We lose professionalism. That, Ogoro, that's your own opinion. It's losing the meaning on radio. And everybody agrees. You can't push people to buy tickets. You can't push people to buy Lotto tickets so that you win money. The radios are losing creativity of getting revenue. Revenue is not going to be made by lack of content. Of course, they're making a lot of money. If they convince 2,000 Kenyans to buy that Lotto for 100 shillings, that's 200. That's 200,000. They give somebody 50,000. So they have made 150,000 for that breakfast show. So they are making money, yes, from a Lotto, but they are losing people that love to listen to radio. Radio has a culture. Radio is different. Radio is not like Nico Kanga. Yes, Nico Kanga. Of course, guys, name those radio personalities that you miss. The people that you feel that you miss. I will tell you, I miss listening to Kamau Munywa. Of course, Kamau Munywa is one of my favorite in the evening. Hiyo show ikifanywa jioni, I don't even want kids. Staki hata watoto kuongea. I don't even want kids close to me. When Kamau Munywa has a show, all I need is a hot cup of coffee and take a corner and listen to Kamau Munywa, you know. And in the evening, nikiwa biashara kwa kioski pale, I want to listen to William Zazi Mtuva, you know. Of course, I love listening in the morning to Eric Latif. We still have very good people. You know, Gidi and the Ghost are still very good, are very entertaining. But I'll give you a warning. Maina Kageni and Mwalimu Kingangi is a good show. But Maina Kageni, kuna ukora nafanya. The people that he brings to bring revelations on how they met Satan, watu walikutana na Saitani, and then they come on radio giving calls, that is fake. It's as fake as it can get. So I don't like that part. But Maina is still very good. You know, Boni Msambi, Kamau Munywa, William Mtuva, these are still very good people. And I can go over that list so many times. But what I'm telling them and what I'm telling you is that people like Fredo Bachi Machuka, people like Kamau Munywa, people like William Mtuva, they need to bring their shows to a podcast so that we can listen to them even after they are not there. So, because they are very entertaining. But it's not all lost. We still have good people. But we need to get professionalism back to radio so that we don't lose radio. Because radio can easily get lost because of social media. We can lose radio very easily because of social media if we are not careful. Because people that used to entertain us, and if you are old enough, you remember the names. And I can see people remember names of Billy Omala, people like Ali Salimanga are still there. You know, Jaco Sylvester, you guys remember Caroline Mutoko, she's still there. A radio queen, very professional. Her standards are yet to be matched. Jeff Muya of Metro FM. Of course, Nyago Ogoro Nyakenuche, remember Tony Msalame of Shekilegi. Who beats that show? Who? Only Fredo Bachi Machoka has a bigger radio show that can match Tony Msalame. But Tony Msalame was a morning show. It was around 8 o'clock in the morning. That is still the biggest morning radio on weekend. I mean, that radio shut the airways even in Tanzania. It was so huge. In this era of internet, it could have been one of the biggest in East and Central Africa. That was big. You know, Tony Msalame had a touch on radio. You know, you just could listen. You could listen to him and get entertained. So that is something that I wanted to share. And I want to remind you that we had very good personalities. Our men's conference chairman, Kibora, has rested. Of course, may he rest in peace. They killed him on social media last week, Mzee Kibor. Ogoro Nyakenucha remind me of Esther Runga. That was a queen on TV until she met Satan, until she met the devil himself. And, she lost everything because some people are sent by the devil to actually go kill people's talents, go kill people's future. Esther Runga could be one of the best. She was the best with a voice. I've not seen anybody that's such a voice like Esther Runga. She's specialized in business, and she was one of the best. But to date, she could be very big. She could be a very big personality. But we lost her because the devil had to send a small Satan to come and convince her, and look at where they are. So it's nothing you can do about that. But let me remind you of the good old days. And if you see these people, tell them the standards they set on radio, are yet to be matched. Number one, Munene Nyaga of Nation TV, Nation FM. The evening drive show. It was, traffic. Evening drive. The show was in the evening. Munene Nyaga's radio show was just something that you want to listen. If you're driving from Industrial or you're in a matatu from Industrial to Kibera, you want to listen to that show until the end, because Munene Nyaga had a touch of entertaining. Mudhoni Buika, I love her. She's still one of the best. Of course, Tony Musalame, I can't repeat here more than I have done. He was one of the best. May he rest in eternal peace. Caroline Toko, wherever you are, I love you. You had set standards on radio to a level that no one can match. And thank you for shutting Nyambani when he tried to touch you. Of course, the person who took the radio show from you is fond of cuddling men in the morning before they start a show. And that's losing professionalism. That's losing Torome Tiriki of Citizen. Yeah, Torome Tiriko. I don't know where he went to. And then people like Billy Omala, Jacko Yo, Sylvester Ali, Salim. Of course, these people are still the best. But the current squad that we have are still doing a good job. Of course, Kate Sidede, Paul Monique saying radio died a long time ago. I don't think anyone in our generation has time for radio. Even the world radio sounds ancient. No, radio is still good. When you listen to Boni Msambi, Kijana Mtol Boni Msambi, Paul Monique, let me tell you, it's not all lost. But it's going to be lost if we continue having people that don't have content. If we continue employing slave kings and slave queens, we will lose radio. We will lose radio, Paul Maniki. And I want to tell you, if you are home or if you are able to tune to our online radio in Kenya, listen to Boni Msambi, Kijana Mtol Boni Msambi. Listen to Roga Roga by Fredo Bachi Machoka, is still very good. Listen to Kamau Munywe in the evening, Radio Citizen. It's a very good radio program. Listen to William Mtuva, Mzazi William Mtuva. His show is still very entertaining. It's one of the most highly rated radio show in Kenya. I think William Mtuva, the show is the biggest. It's interesting that all these radio personalities, the best radio personalities, all of them are in Radio Citizen. Of course, Fredo Bachi Machoka. Of course, yeah, Roda Mambo Mbotela. Hey, are you related or something? The names kind match, okay? Kamau Munywa, ni Citizen Bado. William Tuva, Citizen. Fredo Bachi Machoka, Citizen. We still have very good people on radio, guys. So don't give up. Don't say it's all over. No. We are only saying there is a danger of us losing radio if we continue with this lotto, with this gambling by the radio stations. We will lose radio if we don't change. We are going to lose radio, because when you listen to radio and 3/4 of the time you're being pushed to buy tickets, to buy lotto tickets, or to buy 100 from your M-Pesa and win 50,000. we are losing radio because of that, and we have to be very careful, because this is eating into professionalism. This is eating into creativity by the radio personalities. So that's where my worry is. You people listen to Boni Msambi, Kijana Mtolo, Boni Msambi. I love listening to his radio show in the morning. It's very entertaining. You know, there are people who have a touch of entertainment, and it's just one of them. It's like Boni, it's like Kameno Munyo of Citizen. Let me tell you what happened. So every time I'm listening to his entertainment, to his creativity, he goes back to start entertaining. I mean, he goes back to start advertising the lottos, the gambling, the betting on radio by the radio station. So like 3/4 of the time, anaongea mambo ya, oh, nunua tikiti upata 50,000, oh, buy this. 3/4 of the time is talking about buy a ticket so you can win. So that eats up into its creativity, and then it pushes away listeners who don't want to hear about the lotto repeatedly. So that eats into the professionalism, into creativity. So that is where we have a problem. But we still have good people on radio. But I still say we have bad people on radio that have lost professionalism. And of course on TV, the number one culprit is Jeff Koinange, because of two instances that I've listened to. I don't know which other one, but I'll tell you, Jeff Koinange, twice I listened to him, and if it was in a Western world, Jeff Koinange could not be on TV because he spoke of that threesome. You know, Victoria, everybody was shocked. Then he comes again asking the Papa Tuoli whether he's good in bed, until he repeated it about 5 times. It was so embarrassing even to ask people that sometimes crack such jokes. It was very embarrassing to do that on live TV, knowing that Papa Tuoli is a great grandfather. You know, his eldest son is 60s, almost 60. He has grandkids that are listening, and you are just bullying the father or the great grandfather. You're bullying the man, whether he's good in bed or not, and you're asking that 5 times. You know, that is just low for somebody like Jeff Koinange. So those are the kind of people that we have. We have to be very careful. Or now we go forward, because I asked you, if you're old enough, you remember Catherine Kasabri and Njoroge Maura. You guys remember very well if you're old enough, because if you are just the generation that started watching TV in 2005, then you may not know. But Catherine Kasavuli was very professional. If they came and presented TV news, that's all they did. They didn't have another business of playing monkey games. So when you remember those kind of people, then you agree with me that we are not heading the right direction. Of course, we have very good people on radio and TV. People like Eric Latif is now in Spice FM. Eric Latif is very entertaining. Karen Nyamu anasema kiti ya late keyboard men kama ipewe Father Abraham Samido. Ipewe Samido. No, Samido apewe, lakini Samido is Samido apewe, but Samido is akona utoto mingi. Samido he needs to grow up. Tutapatia Lamek. Tutapatia mzee Lamek achukue kiti ya Samido, kiti ya keyboard until we do elections. So we want to give it to somebody. Lydia Ndori, you're saying what are those? You know, me, I don't even blame Papa Tuoli. Mary Klaubi is the person I blame. I mean, she has a job. She's not looking for money. Why are you chasing, somebody that was working in 1955? Papa Tuoli started working in 1955. In 1960, Papa Tuoli was working. He was a grown man. I mean, if you are chasing such a person, then the blame is on you. Mzee anaenjoy kumumunya sukari nguru. Mzee anaenjoy too, Mzee is the one enjoying. So I don't blame Papa Tuoli. I blame the young lady that went for the grandfather. I blame the lady. I don't blame Mzee Tuoli. Because, it's not like Papa Tuoli. It's not like Mary Kloby is jobless and she doesn't have anything and she's being taken advantage of. No, she works. She has money. Why are you going for for such an old man. So John Onik Leonard Mambo Mbotela, the level of radio entertainment, the level that was set by people like Ken Walibora and Hassan Mwanawali, who's your friend Ken. John Ondieki, you know, Hassan Mwanawali is your friend. The level of radio entertainment, the radio professionalism set by Ken Walibora on Saturday morning, educating us, kutufundisha Kiswahili sanifu. The level that was set by people like Billy Omala and Jaco Sylvester and Ali Salimanga, we will not see that very soon. Because, why? Because we worship mediocrity. We clap for mediocre. We don't question when we have people like Jalango coming and they start messing with professionalism of radio with Kameno Goro. If you're working, if you are sincerely just doing your job as radio entertainers, you have no business holding hands and matiti mnashikashikana mkipiga selfies in the morning. You lose professionalism. I give you a very good example. Caroline Mchoko and Nyambane were working. That is when the comedians were introduced to radio. And the show was the biggest morning show. Caroline Mchoko has had the biggest morning show with Nyambane. Nyambane kuwa na unyang'au na ofisi. And let me describe who Caroline Mtoko is. Caroline Mtoko knows her value. She's one of the most beautiful women. Clean. Kuna kitu safi kama Caroline Mtoko. Kitu safi kabisa imeoshwa. Caroline Mtoko is very clean. Very, very beautiful. You know, fine like wine. Of course, you know, Caroline Mtoko is clean. You know, kuna msichana msafi kama Caroline Mtoko. You know, Caroline Mtoko is, I don't want to describe more than that. So, Nyambane akaona, si nimshike kidogo, ni muhagi kidogo hivi, ni musikie. You know, I don't know what was happening, but Caroline Mtoko shot him for good. Yeah, yellow, of course. No, forget about even that. Caroline Mtoko is just a typical professional radio person. Caroline Mtoko ni kitu safi, you know, it's just clean. She knows her value. She's just set standards. You know, Caroline Mtoko najua hata asubuhi, Caroline Mtoko hata, she's so serious. Caroline Mtoko is very serious. You know, she's very, very serious. Caroline Mtoko hata, I don't even know how the boyfriend starts. I don't know. She's so serious. She's so professional. I don't know how it goes. She's so serious, and loves results. She loves perfection. She loves things done to perfection. She loves seriousness. Even those who were calling her toxic, I don't think that they were right. She's not toxic. She's just serious. She's just too professional. People confuse that. So ndamtetea kidogo. She's just somebody that is very professional, straight to the point, and she's somebody who believes in what she believes in. Of course, she cannot be perfect. Of course, she's a human being like all of us are. But I will tell you, that is just the last time we had a professionalism in radio. And she actually exhibited that when Nyambane tried to touch her. Hii sasa unaona Kameno Goro anashiko na kila mtu, she stopped it. Yeah, because people are used to dealing with fools, yes. She stopped that. Nyambane ajaribu kumshika, hii unyang'au ati amshike, but she proved to have her own standards. She has her own standards. Sio mtu. Have you ever seen Caroline Mtoko akitembea na wanaume hivi ati huyu ni this is, you know, like what we have now where people are these weak men are walking around with half naked, three quarters naked pregnant women. Have you seen Caroline Mtoko doing that? Have you ever seen her akitembea na wanaume wameshikashikana? She's very professional even in her relationship. She doesn't mess around. So that is just the standard that she brought to radio, and we miss that because what we are seeing is crap. What we are seeing is just bullshit. We have lost professionalism. So that kind of people, such kind of people, we are yet to see them. We are yet to see people have a touch of entertainment like Tony Msalame, the late Tony Msalame. We are yet to see a multiplication of people like Kameno Munywa, a multiplication of people like Fredo Bachimachoka, whose only business is to entertain you on radio. We are yet to see the standards of Catherine Kasavuli and Ann Ngugi and people like, Njoroge Maura, who come on TV, and the only business that they bring to TV is anchoring news. We are yet to see such people. So you guys have to think deep and think backwards and see the level of standards we had, the level of professionalism that we had when we had people like Caroline Mtoko, when you had people like Munene Nyaga, Mudoni Buika, people like Tony Msalame, we had people like Billy Omala, Jaco Yo Sylvester, Ali Salimanga. These are radio personalities that set standards so high that you guys will never see. Young people may not remember that. Young people that are on social media will clap and say that people like Kameno Goro are the best because they don't know. They were not there. They did not see the professionalism of Catherine Kasavuli while she was the founders of KTN. They don't remember that because they were not there, and I cannot blame them. They never saw Munene Nyaga with the best evening radio show. It used to do around 4 p.m. to around 7. That is the best radio in the evening. You never see people like Mudoni Buika. So because people are not used to seeing professionalism, now they can clap for mediocrity. And that's why you have people clapping for Will Broda wakiwa wameshikana na Alex Mwakidau. Wana clap when they see Jalango. It's like they have seen Alpha and Omega in radio. That's just a comedian. He has no professionalism, If you are a married person, you don't go with some single lady with a very good body on weekends, mmeshikana mnapiga mapicha huko Masai Mara, huko Mombasa, at you are performing in the restaurant. If your work is to work in radio, it should end in radio. Mambo ya kupiga mapicha mkishikana, that should not be there. You should not be having business dancing in clubs after work hours. Na bibi nyumbani anaongojea. And I'm not saying that's what they were doing, but you lose professionalism. You just lose trust of radio, fans who think you're not doing radio, you're doing something else. So that eats into your professionalism, because side shows, you saw Jalango being asked on some interview whether he's dating Kameno, and he got very mad. People ask those questions because you've shown that you have some dealings. People will ask those questions because you've made them to think or believe that there's too much closeness. They will ask questions. And that's why people never ask questions to Caroline Mtoko, though they had the best show with Nyambane in the morning. That was one of the best shows, but nobody asked Nyambane, asked Caroline Mtoko if you guys have anything with your co-host, Nyambane. Because they knew Caroline Mtoko cannot go that low. She's a professional. Her business is to entertain you on radio. So don't make people to think that you have something going on. So professionalism is when you are doing what you're doing in radio. So if you go to a radio show and you are spending a lot of time, even if it's a comedian, and I want to give an example of my sister Lydia pale Getembe FM, Getembe TV. If you and the guy that plays Obokano, you start holding hands together and you start anakushika, hata matako anakushika, hata matiti anawekelea kifua hapo, that is, you are losing it. So if you start taking pictures where mnashikashikana even out of work, it leads to something that is making people to think you are not only working, but you're also working on oneself. You are working on yourselves. So people start thinking afterwards, and that kills professionalism. That eats into the trust of your fans and your listeners. So these things need people to go back to the yesteryears. We need to go back to the days of Munene Nyaga, the days of Mudoni Buika, the days of Tony Msalame with this big radio, Shekilegi. That is the biggest radio I've ever seen. Lydia Ndori, unatandika mtu because People need to have professionalism. People need to have manners. People need to show seriousness in what they do. And people need to let radio survive. They are killing radio. People are killing radio because of ujinga yao, because of their crap, because of lack of seriousness in what takes them to the radio in the morning. If you business is to do what you are supposed to be doing, do it. Stop these side shows. Side shows lead into all this drama, you know. So that's what I was saying. Nafikiri ninamalizia hapo, but I want to tell you, we have not lost it all. We are very good people on radio that are very entertaining, and people that have a touch of entertainment. And I will mention them still. Kijana Mtol, Boni Msambi, used to be with KBC in the morning. Now he has his own radio, I think. But I'll yet to follow. Yeah, it's lack of morals. Lady Andori, it's lack of morals. A big personality, a big radio person, a big TV personality, like Jeff Koinange, should not talk about threesome on live TV. Until Victoria Rubadiri alichanganyikiwa, she couldn't believe it. It's on YouTube. You guys can click that. When you go asking Mzee Papa Tuli whether he's good in bed on live TV, that is not professionalism. And don't think people like us will clap. Let us be old school. Watch our Twitter season Washamba, we are old school or whatever they want to tell us. We will not clap for such people. If you pick a good radio personality like Alex Mwakidewa, now you start seeing them wakishikashikana na Will Broder. Will Broder is single. She's looking for a husband. Washikashikana huko, and they are doing that even out of work. That is lack of professionalism. You know, we cannot clap for that kind of we can't clap for that kind of crap. Atwezi. Hey, leo sijui kwa nini roho inakauka. But Skari Nguru has been just imekuwa ni dawa tu. So we still have good people, and Mzazi William Tuva is still good. Listen to him in the evening around 2 p.m. to 4. His show is still a good one. Kamau Munywa still has a very good show in the evening. That's a touch of good entertainment. Fredo Bachima Choka Roga Roga has still a very good show. Eric Latif has a show with Spice FM. Eric Latif is good. Eric Latif, I think, presents with a lady from Nigeria. They have a very good show. I just forgot the name. And then we have Giddy and Ghost. They have a very good show. Giddy and Ghost Mule, they have a very good show in Radio Jambo. Kazi yao ni nzuri pia. Masawe Japan, good content. So keep listening. Listen to them. Listen to Masawe Japan. She has very good content. Of course, Kate Sidede. Kate Sidede is still very good. Kate has a very good show in Kiss FM. So Mskize pia, she has very good, very, very good show. So we still have very good people. But don't clap for crap. If people don't have content, if people's business on radio is gossip, like I was listening 3 days ago, listening to Kameno Goro of Kiss FM, and she's just repeatedly talking about gossip. She's telling about Mulamwa. Come on, get content. Tuletea asubuhi. Invite some professionals in the morning, if you can, to talk about health, talk about agriculture, talk about tech. We have all these young people that are creative, that can inform and entertain us. Get somebody, get some content, so that radio can be something that you want to miss. You don't want to miss, sorry, that you want to listen to. So get content, get people that are informative. You know, if you just think around and look at people like Ken Walibora and Hassan Mwana Wali on Saturdays, those days, who wanted to miss that radio show ya Kiswahili? Who? Nobody. It's because it was very entertaining. Who wanted to miss Tony Msalame's show on weekend? Shake Legi. Who? Because the show had a touch of entertaining people. So we go back to those days of Munene Nyaga, Mudhoni Buika, Caroline Mutoko. Very entertaining shows that we are yet to see. But so far, so good. We still have good people, and let's keep listening to them. We still have Boni Msambi, Fred Obachi, Kameno Munywa, William Tuba. They still have very good shows. So when people don't have content, when people don't have anything for us on radio, let us not just be clapping at because of their side shows. We still have good radio personalities, and I dare you listen to them. You come and say, hey, their shows are very entertaining, and please, Boni Msambi, wherever he is, Kijana Mtol, his show is good. Fred Obachi Machoka, his show is still good. Roga Roga. Kameno Munywa show in the evening. It's very nice. William Tuva show. William Tuva still tops. His show is still very, very nice. And of course, when you talk about people like Fred Obachi Machoka, they've had very good shows when I was a kid. His show used to be Radio Sanyo, Radio Top, something like that. He had very good shows, and he has a touch of entertainment. So such people are the people that we need multiplied. Those are the people that we need multiplied. People like Kameno Munywa, we need 3 of them. We need Fred Obachi Machoka, 3 of them. We need Kameno Munywa, 4 of them. Mzasi William Tuva, we need like 5 of them. Then radio will be very entertaining. But radio is facing calamity. Radio is forcing our creative presenters to lose their creativity because of this lotto and gambling. I hate it. Lydia Nasema, I miss our days when we didn't miss our radio programs and it was entertaining. And you remember Billy Omala with this Swahili show, with this radio on Sunday that went to schools. Maswali kwa wanafunzi. Maswali kwa wanafunzi. It used to be very nice. So, guys, we still have very nice personalities. We have not lost it all. Radio will not die. May radio continue. May radio live long. God bless you wherever you are. And have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good evening wherever you are. God bless you. That's all I had to say. Thank you.